Hey there, and welcome to Patch Chat. Today we are going to go over how to patch for pain. I am Dr. Kayla Abeid, and I am going to share with you a few ways that you could patch to help with your pain. First and foremost, we have to decide, is your pain regional or is it chronic body pain? So first I want to talk about the patches that we're going to use today. So first is X39. X39 we know is the stem cell enhancing patch that can also help with pain and inflammation. Then we have Aeon. This is the patch for inflammatory responses. And then this, of course, is the pain patch. This is the IceWave. And so I have here our lovely helper. We call him Mr. Feet to help us share how to patch today. So first and foremost, we're going to start with X39 to help with regeneration and repair at the cellular level while we are simultaneously mitigating and pain-gating that pain. We want to be proactive about what we are doing with our cellular health and vitality. So by grabbing an X39 and wearing X39 daily, 12 hours on, 12 hours off in one of the highly recommended clinical recommendations, which would be on the back of the neck at the C7 area below the neck, or below the belly button, 3 fingers below the belly button, or we could wear it behind the ear. So again, while wearing X39, you are helping enhance the cellular function, activating and enhancing stem cell production, and also helping with repair and regeneration overall, and allowing your innate intelligence to determine where your body is needing it most. Next, we have Aeon. Like I talked about, Aeon is the inflammatory patch. This is going to help with inflammation. Now, I want to say, inflammation is necessary. When acute injury, when something is immediately injured, we need inflammation to be brought to the tissues, to be brought to immediate urgent response, because we heal with inflammation. However, we know long chronic inflammation is not great for our overall well-being and our bodily functions. And so if we have pain, we can pair the X39 with the Aeon with the IceWave. And then of course we have the IceWave patch. Like I talked about, the IceWave patch is only pain gating. So this is the patch that you can wear for 24 hours. X39, Aeon, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And then we have IceWave. IceWave is the 24-hour patch. The difference here also is these patches are singular. You're going to wear one patch for 12 hours on and then take it off and have a rest time of 12 hours off. And then we have IceWave. It is a 2-patch system, meaning that you are going to have a white patch and a tan patch. So we first have to decide, when we're patching for pain, what are we patching and what type of pain are we experiencing? Do we have an isolative pain like a shoulder, an elbow, a wrist, a knee, or a hip? Or do we have overall chronic or multiple locations or multiple regions of pain that we want to mitigate? So if we have multiple regions or locations of pain that we're wanting to help with, or chronic body pain, we can put these on the bottom of the feet. So there's a little saying that will help you remember: white goes on right. So you will put this, let me see if we can bring up Mr. Feet's feet up here, took it off. We can put it right here, white on right, on the bottom of the ball of the foot, and then you would put the tan on the left. So again, if we're patching for all over body pain or multiple areas of the body that we're patching for pain, we want to put X39 on the back of the neck. We can place Aeon in one of the clinical recommendation spots that come in your infograph booklet, and then we could patch white on right on the bottom of the feet to help with chronic body pain. That one's the easy one. Next, we're going to work on regional or isolative pain areas and pain points. So this can get a little bit tricky, and it also takes some experience and communication with your body to understand where your body wants to mitigate those pain channels from. So first, we're going to take an example of just a wrist, because this is easier. When we have a regional or isolative pain area, say we have carpal pain, we are going to take the tan patch and we are going to put it on the center most intense point of pain. And so you're going to ask whoever you're patching or yourself, where is the area that this is the most painful? So you're going to take the tan patch and you're going to stick it on that highest point of pain. You're going to take the white patch. The white patch is going to go in a linear fashion and also in a clockwise direction. So I always invite people to start at a 3, 6, 9, or 12 position on the clock, because we are wanting to mitigate the pain. So imagine we have these channels of pain running throughout our system, and we want to find the proper channel to turn off and pain gate. And so if we have a wrist, this one again gets a little bit tricky. We have the tan patch on the center point of pain. With the wrist, we're going to want to go up or down or somewhere along the hand, and of course we have fingers, so that gets a little bit tricky. So if we're going to put the center point of pain, I would recommend going up and then starting there. And again, you're not going to have many places that you're going to be able to move this to, but this is an easier spot to be able to find that ideal point that your pain should be able to be reduced. And a good check is after about 10 minutes, if you haven't had any pain reduced, to move that white patch in an area alongside linearly from that tan patch to help mitigate those pain channels. Next, we're going to move to a spot that can be a little bit more tricky, and that is the knee. So, of course, Mr. Feet does not have any skin that we could patch on, but just so you can see, if we are having knee pain somewhere here on the front of this knee joint, tan is going to go on the most center point of pain that the person is experiencing. So we're going to stick that there. And then we're going to have the white that can, again, go in a linear clockwise fashion, typically about 4 to 6 inches, 3 to 5 inches away from that point of pain to help with pain mitigating. And so for this, we down the front of the leg, we could go up onto the thigh, or we could come over lateral onto this side of the knee joint or this side of the knee joint as well. Now also, when we're looking at regional areas, if we just have one knee that's in pain, we can take an Aeon patch and stick that on the knee directly as well for inflammation. And again, if you have your other knee is painful, you could use an Aeon there, and we would still take X39 and place it on the back of the neck, below the ear, or below the belly button. All right, now let's look at a shoulder. So if we had a shoulder joint pain, whether it's over here on the lateral arm, or it's on the front by the clavicle, or the joint space, we could take the tan, being the most painful point, place it here, and then we could work in a clockwise direction this way. Or if we place it here, we could work in that same lateral down here, over here, up here, and I want you to find the area that reduces the pain the most. So commonly people will find a first point of pain relief, and maybe it goes from an 8 to a 6, which is phenomenal. But I want you, since you have 24 hours to move this white patch around, I want you to try different spots to see if you could reduce it even more. And so again, just a quick review, always making sure you're wearing X39 on your body somewhere 12 hours on, 12 hours off to help with the facilitation of healing, to heal either regional or overall chronic pain in the body, because this is going to help regenerate and repair, while we have Aeon helping with inflammatory markers and helping reduce the inflammations. You could use this in a global sense with the clinical recommended points, or placing it regionally on an isolative point as well. But remember, in the first few days of an injury, inflammation is necessary. It is helping us. And then last but not least is IceWave. 24 hours. You get 24-hour relief. But don't stop at just getting 1 or 2 notches of your pain dialed in. Really tune into the body and check and make sure that if you are patching in a regional location or in an isolative location, like a joint, and anywhere on the body, a hip, that you are making sure that the tan goes on the most intensive point of pain. And then we have the white that goes in a linear and circular fashion in clockwise direction around, and you can move the white patch anywhere over the 24-hour span. Let's say you have 5 hours and you get relief in this position and it starts to come back. Move the white to a different position and allow yourself to get the maximized benefit of 24 hours from these 2 patches. I hope that helps. Place any questions you have in the comments and enjoy.